Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Gemini, October 2021. So Gemini, you're coming into October with your ruler Mercury asleep at the wheel in a retrograde. This is likely very confusing because you have some brain fog. You're not thinking clearly. You're not able to process information clearly. You sure as hell aren't able to communicate clearly. And that is definitely putting a damper on your plans, on thinking about your plans and moving forward. On October 6th, we have the new moon taking place in Libra. This is really going to highlight for us where it is that our life has gotten a little bit out of whack, where it is that we've been living in extremes, where it is that we need to make a little bit of extra effort in order to balance the scales once again. This is a time to focus on love, on rebuilding some of those relationships that likely got pushed to the back burner, and really focus on where it is that you can create more of a space in your life to do the things that you love to do, bringing the joy, bringing the pleasure, bringing the playful energy back. The new moon in Libra is highlighting your fifth house. Your fifth house is your heart chakra, and we do have to do a little bit of reflecting to see where it is in your past that you have built up these very big, very strong walls around your heart space that are now preventing true connection, true love, true intimacy, true creativity to actually flow in and out of your life. This is going to be a great time to really re-examine in your heart space and in your head space where it is that you can let go of some of the negative narratives around love, around romance, and where it is that maybe you could set some of that emotional baggage down and leave it in the past where it belongs. On October 6th, we also have Pluto, the great transformer himself, going direct in Capricorn energy. So Pluto has been retrograde, really illuminating for us our fears, our doubts, our insecurities, all the times in the past that we did not stand up for ourselves and all the times that we've given our power away. Pluto, of course, now going direct, is going to be in this eighth house of death, rebirth, and transformation. This likely isn't going to feel so good, but you have to realize where it is that you're holding on to the past and where it is that you're bringing it into the future and where it is that you are blocking your blessings from having the things that you've been praying for actually manifest in your life. This is going to be a great energy for you to really cut the cord with old past patterns and behaviors in your mental plane, in your emotions, in your memories, and get rid of them for good. On October 7th, we have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and pleasure and worth and money, moving into Sagittarian energy. This is going to be highlighting your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Basically, how it is that you're sharing yourself with other people. Now, Venus moving into Sag, she's going to want to have some fun. She had a hard time being in Scorpio energy, really illuminating the depths of the darkness, really still alive in our heart space, in our head space from past pain, past trauma. We definitely were illuminated to what it is that we desired in our personal relationships and our intimate relationships. And of course, we're looking for that soul level connection. Venus moving into Sag, she's definitely on a quest for truth. She's figuring out what needs to stay, what needs to go, and she is not having a problem cutting the cord with the older elements that are keeping her in a state of paralysis. Venus moving into Sag, she's a lot more positive, a lot more optimistic, a lot more future focused. She has a lot of energy, a lot of love to give, and this particular element highlighting your seventh house where Venus naturally rules over, you best believe is going to give you an opportunity to connect with the right kinds of people. Align with your intuition at this time, Gemini, and really recognize that the right vibrational people are just knocking on your door, but are you going to let them in? On October 10th, we have Saturn, the Lord of Karma, moving into a direct position in Aquarian energy. Saturn has been retrograde, taking us back through tough love life lessons, really seeing whether or not we matured, whether or not we learned anything. And now going direct in Aquarian energy, highlighting this ninth house is really going to push you to restructure how it is that you're actually operating in your life by using your intuition. I know that Of course, Mercury being your ruler, you like to lean all the way into logic and practicality, taking a good look at this physical realm and the indicators in it in order for you to make a judgment call. But your intuition is a very strong tool that you need to start incorporating into your daily life. This ninth house is trying to set you up for new abundance, new opportunities, trying to hype you up and get you excited into entering into new cycles and new soul contracts. But of course, you do have to do a little bit of reflection to see what it is that you've actually learned and actually put it into action when the universe puts you in a situation to bust out your skills, bust out your knowledge, and really prove that you can walk the walk and you can talk the talk. On October 18th, we have Jupiter, the planet of growth and expansion, going direct in Aquarian energy as well. This is highlighting your ninth house, and let me tell you, there are going to be some beautiful opportunities that just land on your lap. Again, this is higher education. This is using your skill set, your talents, your knowledge, your expertise in a brand new way in order to get that abundance. You do have a little bit of work to do to really build yourself back up in your skills, in your talents, in your abilities, where you've lost your confidence, where you've lost your self-esteem. Jupiter is the biggest hype girl in our planetary system. And of course, in this Aquarian energy, just wants to download you with a brand new vision, just wants to show you where it is that you can expand your mind into bigger, broader ideas of inspiration. And of course, by aligning with your higher self and gaining that vision of the future, incorporating that with that beautiful, brilliant mind of yours, you're definitely going to come up with some new ideas on how it is that you're going to expand your opportunities, especially to make some extra cash. Also on October 18th, Mercury, your ruler, will be going direct in Libra. And as we talked about, Mercury has been retrograde in Libra, highlighting this fifth house for you, likely triggering a lot of memories, a lot of emotions, a lot of past pain, past trauma from relationships. This fifth house is your heart chakra. It is romance. It is playful energy. It is creativity. And for the most part, you've kind of been asleep at the wheel at no fault of your own. Mercury going direct in Libra is going to bust this heart chakra wide open. It is going to really show you where it is you got to get your heart and your head back on the same page and recognize that you've been blocking your blessings. Recognize that you've been dimming your light. Mercury, of course, going direct is going to not only give you a brand new mental narrative to work with, it's going to really encourage you to speak up, to speak out, especially in your relationships, in order to balance the scales of that energy exchange that definitely has gotten out of whack. On October 20th, we have the full moon taking place in Aries. The full moon, of course, wants to provide an ending, a closure to a cycle, and we have to rewind back to the spring in Aries season when we took action, when we tried to initiate a brand new cycle for us to go after what it is that we want, what it is we need, what it is we desire. We definitely have had a lot of challenges in manifesting some of those elements that we were very hell-bent on bringing to life. And of course, this full moon in Aries is going to highlight for you where it is in this 11th house that some connections, some friendships, some ideas need to die. The 11th house wants you to see where it is that you're holding on to dead weight, where it is that you are blocking your mental plane from seeing the bigger, broader picture, where it is that maybe you do have to take a step back and just observe your actions, your emotions, your thoughts from a different level, and where it is that maybe you need to clean out the space and clean the slate for new connections to actually be made. You're going to have some great ideas, some good creative ideas that have been stunted out for the last couple of months. And this is really going to set you on a beautiful path, not only to pursue these new ideas, but to align with the right kinds of people in order to make these dreams actually come true. On October 23rd, we have Scorpio season beginning. Scorpio season is ruled over by a water sign, meaning it is going to be a very emotional time. And Scorpio season has the tendency to dabble in the darker parts of life, of our emotions, of our thoughts, in order to alchemize that into something lighter. We definitely need to take a good look at our pain in order to see where we can turn that into a source of power. This is also going to highlight for us some serious new desires that we're having. And Scorpio season highlighting your 6th house. It's time to reorganize and restructure your day-to-day life into something that feels good, something that you don't have to try to escape, something that you don't want to actually numb. This is a great time for you to adopt a brand new habit in diet, in exercise, and taking care of yourself. This is recognizing where it is that you've been extending yourself too much to other people and not reserving enough energy for yourself. On October 30th, we have Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, even our anger and aggression, moving into Scorpio. Mars is the co-ruler of Scorpio, so this is a very powerful placement. This is definitely going to make us a little bit more aggressive to go after what it is that we want, what it is we are currently desiring, what it is that we're passionate about. This particular energy is going to be highlighting your 6th house as well, giving you ample energy to actually take action, make things happen, reorganize, restructure your day-to-day life, the tasks and the chores that go along with your day-to-day life, and really put your foot down and create a time and space for you to actually start pouring into yourself. This is also going to kind of trigger a very aggressive type of narrative in your mental plane, which actually isn't a bad thing, seeing that you've been a little bit of a Debbie Downer lately and hella confused because your ruler has been asleep at the wheel. This is definitely going to give you a little bit of fire back in your energy in order to really take action in your daily life and set up a routine and a regimen that is not only going to support your growth, but it's going to help balance out the mental health issues that have been very heavy as of late. So a couple of things that I would like for you to focus on, a couple of messages coming in from the universal guides for the month. The very first thing that they're talking about is to not make any major changes. Of course, we are in retrograde season. It is not the best time to make changes in our physical realms. However, it is a good time to be making some alterations and edits in your perspective, in your ideas, in your plans, actually moving forward. They're talking about recognizing where it is that the home and the family dynamic needs a little bit of strengthening, needs a little bit more reorganizing, a little bit more discipline, especially where your money matters are concerned and where it is that there is comfortable habits and routines for everyone in the household to take part in. There's been a lot of chaos. There's been a lot of swinging and flying by the seat of one's pants, and that is not doing any favors. You need a habit. You need a routine. You need structure. And you're the only one who can set in motion the type of flow in your day that would actually be supporting to getting things done, staying on track, and remaining as calm as possible. They're talking about contemplating how many options and opportunities you currently have. I feel like a lot of my Gemini friends have felt backed into a corner, especially where their careers are concerned. Of course, that beautiful, brilliant mind of yours is asleep at the wheel, so you're not coming up with as much clarity and confidence in new ideas and new inspirations as you're used to. This particular energy is asking you just to contemplate, to review back in the past a couple of the silver linings, some of the things that made you happy, some of the hobbies, some of the things that you used to do that absolutely you love to do that now you just don't seem to have time for. It's these types of exciting opportunities, the ones that bring you happiness, the ones that bring you joy, the ones that make you lose track of time, that you need to create more time in your daily life for. They're talking about this being a powerful month for you to get a grip over your thoughts, over your emotions, and really focus in on the kind of reality you want to be living and what kind of elements you actually need to pour into in order to bring this reality to life. You're in a creator mode. You're in a birthing mode, which means that, yes, this is very uncomfortable. This is very, very not the adjustment period that you want to be in. However, if you were able to actually throw your thoughts into the future when all of this adjustment period is over, I think you'd be very happy with the kind of dream and the kind of vision that you would be living in your day-to-day life and in your reality. So Gemini, it's time to get down to business. Yes, give yourself a little bit of a mini break from actually taking action. The work that is needed this month is in your mental plane, in your heart space. It's time to review a couple things, time to re-edit your plans moving forward, time to really focus in on the major changes that need to take place in order for you to be living a life that is much better suited for your current vibration and current frequency. Thank you so much for tuning in to your October energy forecast. I hope you have a beautiful month. We'll talk to you soon.